heard of an ambition detox. It is deliberately moving away from hustle culture towards a more balanced approach to life. For instance, a writer for Self suggests focusing only on 2 things on your to-do list every day and adding recovery to your calendar. So, would you do an ambition detox? Everybody, okay, what about you guys?
I mean, I think I already am on an ambition detox, and I have been for the past 2 years. And I think because there was something I woke up to, which is the fact that blind ambition can be very toxic. And what I mean by blind ambition is that I think that for a while there, I was certainly in this, where I was just sort of this kind of chasing, nervous, anxious energy of just trying to get ahead. And not really ever stopping to think, like, what does that actually mean? And what am I reaching for exactly? I'm not talking about people who need to reach for things because they need to get their house or they need to be financially stable. I think for a lot of people, we just chase ambition because, I don't know, our phones tell us to keep doing it, our friends keep telling us to do it, and we've lost sight of what we're actually reaching for. So I absolutely am on a detox from it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What about you, Nye?
I feel the same way, and I think because of the industry that I'm in, you know, the acting and the performing industry, we're constantly always hustling and grinding, or just we're constantly doing things. And when I read this article, I really sat and I just read it, and I took it in, and I read every word because I was like, this is something that I will try. I will try this. I mean, I'm a creative guy, I'm an improv guy, so my instinct is to yes and it. I will tell you this though, hate routine. Can't stand it, can't stand it. So once it becomes a task for me, all of a sudden when I'm like, oh, it's Wednesday and I gotta do the thing, then I think it might be time to adjust and adapt. We use that term a lot. But I do love the idea because it's just, we need to clear our minds. You just said it, like we're hustling so hard and the phone is always with us on the laptop and the emails. You get an email, you gotta reply to it within 5-10 minutes or who knows who's gonna reply before you.
Yeah.
Like it's just
so much noise.
You know?
Yeah,
so much noise.
I agree with everything you're saying, and yet I go the opposite direction completely. I am an ambitious person. I am creative also. And so what if all of this stuff that we say is ambition, like maybe ambition in my world is not a bad word. I really love everything I do. I love this job. I've also got a gajillion side hustles. They all bring me a ton of pleasure, every single one of them. So there's a difference. I'm trying to figure out like what is ambition that is blind and maybe toxic. I have so much joy in everything I'm doing. And then I'm gonna add another layer for us ladies. We always talk about the biological clock ticking, but as a woman who is 48, I also feel a career clock ticking. And I think there is a part of that that is self-imposed, and I think part of that is imposed by the outside. This is still a culture that values, you know, younger, cheaper labor. And
No, it's facts.
you know, it's facts. And I will say this.
True anymore?
I think so. This is why, for me, entrepreneurship has been so satisfying as well, because I'm in the, you know, and I think there's also a thing where if you throw in menopause, which is a terrible thing for a lot of women to go through, we suffer a lot. The nice side of menopause is the clarity that comes with wisdom in mid-age. And I'll tell you, that's where I am. I am so excited that I have never been clearer, more focused, more passionate about what my purpose is in this world. I got one speed, I got one setting right now, and it's go. And I'm so excited about it. So my therapist told me, Melissa, the problem is not how hard you work, it's how well you rest. So I'm not resting enough. Because that's important, resting enough.
I mean, that is important.
It doesn't help that you're watching all those movies, games that end at 3 o'clock in the morning. But you know what's interesting? I don't think you should ever feel bad. Not that you are feeling bad for feeling that way, because I was that way for the longest time, and I miss that girl, because I'll tell you when that ended. I was a monster. I wanted everything, and I would plan things out. I didn't care what everybody else was doing. I made myself a list, and I was like, by the end of this year, you need to have 3 things off your list. And I accomplished those things, and it gave me a sense of purpose. And then I got a phone call from my mother that my father was in the hospital and it didn't look good, and that girl disappeared. Because it became about making sure that my father was okay, and I was in that hospital every single day. And it's so funny, I went from chasing everything to being annoyed by work, because work was taking me away from my dad. So I would leave my father and I'd just be like, you're on the clock, job. I'm here till 9 and you need me till what? And then I'm out of here. Don't look for me, don't call me, my phone is off, because I'm going to go take care of my father. And since then, my dad died a year ago, and I really there were times where I didn't even want to actually, I've never said this out loud, I was questioning if I should take this job because I was like, I spent a lot of time with my dad because I was self-employed, so I could kind of, set up my own schedule. But I was like, no, my dad was like, no, take this as a great opportunity. But that's how much the ambition was gone from me. And it's interesting because now I'm kind of waiting to see if that girl comes back because I knew her. We were best friends for a very long time. And I have not seen her since. So I'm just giving myself the grace that I will get there and take my time. Yeah. But I'll tell you something, a big life event throws all the cards up on the air and you don't know how you're gonna feel.
Because I've been, and thank you for sharing all of that. I think that's part of this as well. And again, I don't know if that's just unique to women. Listen, we are still disproportionately doing the caregiving. And as the sandwich generation, we're caregiving for our little ones. We're trying to care for ourselves. Knock on wood, my parents and my in-laws so far are in great health. Yeah. But I know nobody lives forever. Nope. And I'm wondering if there's a part of me that chase is, there's so much I want to do before I know the inevitable hits. And I don't know how much that factors into my ambition, but I know that day is coming.
Unfortunately for everybody.
Right? Yeah. And am I just trying to put it all in?
I guess just for me, it's about, what I'm chasing now is peace. I just want to be able to be present and be peaceful and have pleasure in my life. And so for me, and it doesn't mean it's true for you, but I think everyone has to listen to that deep inner voice that often gets drowned out by our phones, by our friends, by people, by sort of all these different influences, and gets really quiet with what is it that is telling me to move forward and what is motivating that. Because I think if we go through life and we don't question what exactly is leading us, we can be hit. It might be a family member, it might be ourselves. And all of a sudden being like, oh my God, if I only have so much time left, what really matters? Is it my job? Is it money? Is it ambition? Or is it just sitting in the woods and being around birds?
And listen, I'll tell you, as someone who, I saw my dad to the very end, and it's very interesting. When you see someone at the end of their life, none of that stuff matters.
Yeah,
not
zero.
One bit of it.
Yeah, zero. I lost my mom in 2013, and I felt the exact same way. Like things just changed immediately, just immediately on a dime, and it just happens. And then now, it's been years since then. But I'm just going forward now with a whole bunch of gratitude.
Yeah.
It's just a different me and just a different time where I'm like, you know what? I'm thankful for the things that I've been given or things that I can do. And this change is hard. Changing to do, a new side hustle or a new thing, it's hard because you guys said it, you're tied up in a certain identity and you think that's how people only know you. When you don't get the things anymore, you're like, who am I, right? Yeah. So it's very interesting. You ladies made some fantastic points.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.